is when news, stories or hoaxes are intentionally created to misinform or deceive. Before the internet, most people got their news from radio, television or newspaper because there were fewer sources providing news. But in recent years, news moved online. According to an American study, only 25% of high school students were able to identify a true news when also given a fake one. They also had a hard time distinguishing between a real and a fake pictures, as well between an authentic video and a staged one. The power of social networks. Internet is a great place. A free platform where anyone can share their point of view, but the internet can also be tricky. Anyone who owns a smartphone or Photoshop can make up their own fake news and the rest of us spread it around. For example, I can put on a lab coat and start talking about microchips on almond milk, and I have a scientific misinformation that can spread all over the social networks. For example, can be shared on TikTok until thousands of people have seen it. Let's make an example. You see online a video where a person wearing a lab coat says,
"If you mix equal parts of gasoline and frozen orange juice, you can make napalm. The hydrocarbons react with the organic citric acids at freezing point, which makes an explosive, and no one in the government is telling you."
It seems reasonable, apart the fact that it's a line from the classic movie Fight Club.
Did you know if you mixed equal parts of gasoline and frozen orange juice concentrate, you can make napalm?
Adding some basic Wikipedia research and some scientific words, and you can have your piece of misinformation that can spread like a wildfire. Are we guilty? The situation is becoming a big problem, and it is your brain letting you down. Why? We are more likely to believe the first thing we hear. First impressions are pretty hard to be changed or to be removed. We are more likely to believe to something that is repeated a lot of time, even if it's not true. We are overwhelmed by information, and we are more likely to believe to common people, people like us, and we are less likely to believe to experts. We are more likely to believe to something that aligns to our values or to our political ideology. And last but not least, emotions are involved. The emotional response to fake news. Emotional response to fake news is very important. If you see a tweet or a news headline that makes us really angry or scared, we are more likely to throw our analytical brain out of the window. Let's make an example. Many websites describe the presence of DHMO on Earth. The way that describe this substance is very similar. DHMO is a odorless and colorless substance. DHMO is also called dihydrogen monoxide. It is an acid rain component. It is found in tumors. If inhaled, it is deadly. If we came in contact with the gaseous state, we can burn ourselves. 100% of people who have come in contact with this substance at least once in their lives have died. Reading these statements, it's impossible to not feel emotions such as anger, fear, and remain impassive. And this is exactly the point. DHMO is the scientific name of water, H2O. So we can see how true claims and true facts are distorted in order to create panic and spread disinformation among readers and among common people. Let's switch our analytical brain back on and analyze these claims. DHMO, or water, is an odorless and colorless substance. It is an acid rain and tumor component. If we inhaled water withdrawn, if we come in contact with boiling vapor of water, we burn ourselves, and we all come in contact with water at least once in our lives, and we all died since it's a natural process of life. Reporting true claims and truths in a distorted way in order to spread disinformation is the first step in creating fake news, which are very useless. How do we spot fake news and stop them from spreading? Fake news are designed to get us emotionally reactive so we can share them quickly. So make sure you stop and think. Look at the URL on the website and look for other things such as quotes and links to other reliable news on the website you are looking. Do a reverse search image because usually this information takes real pictures but they are completely out of context. And finally, if you can't verify something, just don't share it. These are 5 general rules for identifying any kind of fake news. In the next video, we will analyze 4 cases of scientific misinformation and disinformation.